that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team count, that's a big number.
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah.
The good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
mannie084's. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They go with Chubb on second down. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Ran, Bravo. Mike's 50.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Go. Here we go.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
Set up. 180. Alert. Hey, man up, D.
A toss play to Chubb. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, D.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Trubisky to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. A lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. Hey, ball.
On third down, Trubisky. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Intended that time for Cooper. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he's got this down to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Sit up, 180. Mike 50,
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Come on, 180! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still
on the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack,
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A throw over the middle taken in. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
50. Come on. Alert.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Austin.
Come on, man. Let's go. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Prescott now. He's got the connection to Cooper. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Kill. 47.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Chubb on 1st down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up.
This time, Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Check three. So we're going to 54 right here. Mike, check. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. And they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. A big pickup of 38. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He's checking. He's going to 54. Going to 54. Hey, kill.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Kill. Going to 53. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
Going to 54. Why? Off.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On second down, it's Pollard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas